You're listening to Bar Hop Sessions.
Hello, my name's Tom.
My name's Ed.
And you're listening to Greater Alexander on
the Bar Hop Sessions, and this is the track by us.
Yeah, we're called Editors.
Hey, all you regular and new listeners. You are tuned to Bar Hop Sessions. I'm your host, Greater Alexander. I'm a singer-songwriter out of the Detroit area, and I basically do interviews of up-and-coming music artists that come to Detroit, and it gives you a closer look at what's behind their music. This podcast is going to be featuring an interview with editors, and you just heard a song called Bullets off their debut album, The Back Room, and you can go to barhopsessions.com for more info. Also in this podcast, I'm going to have a contest giveaway for the best barhopsessions.com sticker. So stay tuned for that. Tons of CDs and a little bit of money to give away. But for now, let's go to the editor's interview. Take care. You're listening to Bar Hop Sessions. I am here with editors. There's no "the" in the front. And I have Tom as well as Ed here with me. And how are you guys doing?
Very good, thank you.
I'm a little bit sweaty and tired, but I'm alright.
Thank you very much for doing this. Alright, I want to ask you guys how you got your name, and why didn't you put "the" in front of it?
I don't know, we've had a number of worse names in our opinion, and when we got a record deal we decided to get ourselves a name that we were happy with, but and that was the kind of catalyst to changing our name, but it's always just been about a stamp, you know, what the word looks like and how it appears on the page, so right. We've never thought about ourselves as a the band, or ever not thought about us as you know, as not a the band. You know, we're just editors. That's our name because it's a stamp for our music. Yeah.
What were you guys called before? Did you have names that you're choosing?
Well, there was. I mean, the main one was Snowfield, which is a bit wet.
Snowfield, like. Oh, and then like Snow Patrol is now big. So.
But that's a much better name. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Snowfield. It's just like. Oh yeah,
we like that.
Floaty.
Yeah, it's floaty. It's floaty.
I think
nothing name.
Yeah, that name kind of conjures up all the wrong imagery. Whereas I think Editors doesn't conjure up any imagery. I don't think you can imagine what we sound like when you hear the name Editors. Like, really, you know. Well, you can interpret
at the same
your
time.
Own way.
Right. All right. You guys graduated from the University of Stafford in England, and. Would it be all right to ask what degrees you guys got?
Yeah. Well, we all did the same poxy degree in music technology. It's kind of sound production, sort of. It was a bit rubbish, and we were awful at it. But I don't think anybody on the course really wanted to be there to learn about things. It was just more like, oh wow, we can play about with equipment and stuff.
Right.
It was all just you didn't have a choice. It was music technology, computers. That's what. It was so technology minded. It kind of numbed our senses very quickly, and we didn't really enjoy it.
Of course.
But you know, it gave us time to sort of do other things.
Is that how you guys all met too?
Yeah. We all living in the same house by the second year. You know, we were friends first, and that's our music came from our friendship. But then, as our music got better, we could use the facilities of the university and start rehearsing and stuff. And some of the very old songs on the record were written in that time.
Mm-hmm. Now, I read somewhere in the Financial Times, Jethro Tull, he wrote an article, the flautist, wrote an article in explaining about the copyright issues that they're having right now, with Britain only having about 50 years, allowing the copyrights to only go for 50 years.
Oh.
While in the US it's 95, and they're trying to fight it. Do you guys know anything about that?
I know wasn't there a thing recently where Elvis's copyright came up, and anyone could do what they wanted with his stuff in the charts, or I don't know much about it, but I just remember reading or hearing about that.
So what do you think you're like? Say it'll be still in effect, and your music is widespread by that time.
So technically,
what do you think will happen?
We can still be alive, you know, and we'll be 75, and the new pop boy, or you know, or pop terrible act can play.
Deaf by then, it doesn't matter.
All right, how about
and you won't. I think you won't see any money from someone just ruining your song.
Right.
That would be frustrating.
It'd be nice to think that someone would want to cover it in 50 years' time. You know.
Okay. Maybe it'll happen. How about a major label? You guys were going to be on a major label, but you turned it down and What label was that?
Well, no, when we started, when we were getting interest from record labels, we had lots of things going on. And we had some offers from... we didn't turn down millions and millions of pounds. We had things from certain major labels that we were never happy with. There was something going on with Ireland. There's something going on with Warner for a while as well. But it wasn't like... we were ever lunged through everything at us. It was just in talks, and they offered us some kind of semi-deals, like involved with weird things that are quite boring, but... it wasn't, we weren't very happy with the people that we were meeting, let alone the labels, what they're offering. So
everybody was kind of money hungry, maybe.
Well, yeah, it was just a bit. You meet a lot of assholes in the industry, and you kind of quickly realise who's genuine, and the people at Kitchenware were more genuine than anyone else we'd met before.
So I figure Newcastle independent label is really good to you.
Yeah, they're great.
Great. You guys seem to make it clear that you're not rock and roll. So what genre would you consider being then, if that's the case?
We're all from very small towns dotted around the country, and we don't... I don't think we're really known, in the press at least, for, I don't know, rock and roll antics or whatever.
I think the way we kind of see rock and roll is more things not to do with the music. It's like going to celebrity parties, things like meeting people that... really don't care about
fakeness,
you. Yeah,
fakeness,
exactly,
right.
and we're definitely not about that. We can't stick it, and when people come along and start talking rubbish to you, you just want to turn to fuck off. Yeah, exactly.
There are certain scenes that kind of go round and round in the music industry. Like something will stem from you'll have a great band like the Libertines, who are great bands, start with amazing songs. Whatever happened to them, what happened to them? But then there'll be a periphery of bands that come along with that, and all they have going for them. No, maybe not the features, other stuff like stuff that you probably would have heard about here, but in the UK press it gets written about a lot, and all they kind of known about is kind of partying with those bands and being seen to be obscene, and they're just, I don't know, the music's terrible, and I think they've got it the wrong way around.
Yeah, and all the grab quotes are always like, yeah, we went out and got hammered with whoever, and it's like, it's pointless. Yeah, It's totally pointless, and it diverts everybody's attention to what really matters, and so yeah, we're not, in that sense, we're not rock and roll. But hey, we can rock and roll with the rest of them when we're on our nights off.
Yeah, I've been known to drink 5 beers in a night. Pints.
You're listening to Bar Hop Sessions. I'm here with Editors, and the website is editorsofficial.com.
Yeah.
You guys can find us at editors.com?
No. Simple answer.
All right, now we're going to go to a quirky questions. This is where I ask you a series of questions. You just answer them at will. I'm also going to ask questions that were kind of taken from the Actor Studio, which is with James Lipton. You haven't heard of him, but hopefully you will one day. Who knows? Anyway, okay. First of all, what did you guys have for breakfast this morning?
I didn't have any.
That's the usual.
We were parked outside a hotel by the river. Other side of the river, there's Canada, and we were in Detroit. And I had a steak. It wasn't breakfast first. It was 2:30. 2 o'clock, and I had a steak sandwich, and it was terrible. Like all American steak sandwiches, it came with half of a gherkin.
Or a pickle, as you called it.
So Detroit hasn't been treating you too well. How about this? So you guys how was the Strokes, by the way? What did you think of the State Theatre?
It was a beautiful place, beautiful theatre, and it was a really good show, actually. I've seen the Strokes before and not been too impressed, but they were on it tonight, and the lighting and the energy was there.
Yes, yeah, I was going to see it, but I didn't want to sit in the balcony.
It was a good show, actually. It looked and sounded great. Really
so,
good.
Did you guys go anywhere else?
They were a big influence to start with, hearing those songs from the first record was amazing, yeah.
How about anywhere else in Detroit? Did you go?
We were kind of told not to go anywhere.
It's not that dangerous. I don't know why. Well, there are some parts in Detroit, but if you went to like suburbia area, it's actually kind of nice. Yeah. You would have enjoyed it, but maybe next time.
Yeah,
what happens in suburbia?
Suburbia, everybody just relaxes, and yes, you can live there literally.
But we were on the way driving in here. Our tour manager was like pointing out buildings without windows, and it was his thing. He was like, "Oh, hey, look over there! It's got no windows."
That's the life of us, man. Oh. He should have took you to the Heidelberg Project. That's an amazing place. You should check it out if you come back. But all right, what is your favorite word?
Favorite word? I made it thought bubblegum, but that's not my favorite word. But you said to say the first thing that comes into your head.
There you go.
I think pineapple.
Pineapple's a good word.
Yeah, well, all right. What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
A nice dinner and a nice glass of red wine and good company.
Probably seeing a rock show, to be honest. I love it.
All right, what is your favorite curse word?
Curse words have to be used. I think
Mixed.
Used. I don't know, not creatively, but
Stella Star created some pretty good.
oh, they create their. I mean, the way you use a curse. I saw a film called Inside Man, and there's a bit in that.
Oh, that was good.
Where the guy called the girl, you really are a magnificent cunt.
Yeah, it's the way you use it.
And I thought that was fantastic. So yeah.
All right, you.
As an Englishman, I quite like the word bollocks because it's interchangeable in many situations. And although I did, some guy came up to us the other day and told us that we could suck his ass, which I found pretty amusing.
Suck my ass.
Suck my ass.
All right, and the final one is, I guess, prior to final. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
I'd like to hear him sing, because I'll be about 80. That band that covered our song terribly after the 50 years copyright came up would have completely ruined our song. If he can sing us an adaptation of that as I cross the gates with an acoustic guitar, so it'll be by, I don't know, whatever the new band are called. What they'll be called, I don't know.
Name the band.
A pop band, I don't know.
Snow.
Yeah.
Snowfield.
Yeah, Snowfield. Yeah, Snowfield. Yeah. There you go.
All right. You've been listening to Bar Hop Sessions with Editors. Thank you. All right. You just heard Editors. That was a song called Blood, and in the middle of the interview, you heard a song called Munich, which is all off their debut album called The Back Room. Stay subscribed through iTunes, and you'll hear artist interviews that I have coming up, which are a Detroit local band called Bump, and a future interview with Pinback, as well as much, much more. Now, here's information on the contest that I was talking about earlier. I'm trying to get this sticker made so that I can pass it out at shows and whatnot. And I guess if you're a designer or an artist or whatnot, if you like designing stuff, and maybe you could be a part of this. I'm looking to see what you guys are made of. I need a sticker that says barhopsessions.com on it, and the sticker length and size can be up to you. Square, rectangle, circle, whatever you want it to be. Just make it like a sticker, and just as long as it says barhopsessions.com on it, that's all I need. If enough good submissions come in, then I'll have a voting contest for the best one. But the winner was going to receive like a $25 gift certificate and CDs by artists that I've interviewed in the past. This includes artists like Jason Collette, Maria Taylor, Mobius Band. You get the picture. So send your sticker contest submissions over to barhopsessions@gmail.com. And also, if you guys are interested in seeing me play live, I haven't played live in Detroit for a while, but I'll be opening up for a band called Perfect Summer at Zato's on June 24th, 2006. It's a Saturday, and I think it's $5 to get in. Starts at 9 p.m., so lasts about an hour, and you can still go out and party afterwards. So I guess mark your phone calendars or whatever else you use, and I hope to see you there. Take care. Au revoir. Kalispera. Goodbye.
People write about us in the Financial Times.
No.
Yeah, what's going on? You better not be doing it.
Oh my God.
No, sorry.
Thank you.
We're busy.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, you guys can be doing it, but...
6 o'clock in the morning there.
Okay, hi BBC everybody. Good morning, cheers lot.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Okay, we'll give
Seriously,
you
we'll be fine with it. Is that okay? If you're in a rush, then that'd be wicked.
We're done, we're out of here.
Oh,
Sorry.
thank you. You're welcome.
Don't worry.
This is all adding colour to it.
Yes, I can edit this out.
I think you should leave it there.
Edit it, right?
I think you should leave it there.
And maybe I will.